Hi Sagittarius, and welcome to your August predictions reading. Oh my god, I always get so excited to see you guys. I hope you're well, sweet souls. We're going to be having a look at your August month in general. So if you are looking for more love specific readings, I do have a mid-July to mid-August predictions reading up. Otherwise, I'll be doing the mid-August to mid-September ones in about 2 weeks time, probably closer to like 10 days time because I'm behind on my August predictions readings. But if you want to stay tuned for that, you got to be subscribed and notified. So go ahead and do that while I start shuffling your oracle cards. Oh, it's going to take a little while. My hands are not cooperating. I'm going to start by pulling 3 cards from this oracle deck, which will tell us the main 3 themes your sign will experience in the month of August. We're moving forwards. Then we're going to clarify with tarot and we'll get advice for each of the 3 themes as well. So what's going on for Sagittarius in August, please, Spirit? What's going on for Sagittarius? What are their main themes? Can I get one more card? Can I get one more card, please? For Sagittarius. I love that you are gone. A strawberry, agreement, balance, partnership, contracts. I see a contract working out favorably for you in the month of August. If you were waiting to like extend a job or get a job, a contract is significant. I wouldn't usually talk about this unless I felt very sure. I see you coming to an agreement that works best for you and the situation. This could apply to a loan as well, but if it is a loan, I feel like it's not the first loan that you apply for. It's not the first draft of the contract. It feels like we have to kind of go over something again, amend it, and then the second version is the one we go with. Now let's have a look at your themes. We have wholeness, the number 33, Aquarius energy, water energy, and black mulberry. So let me put those aside because we'll talk about those 2 themes eventually. We're going to start with this theme first. So wholeness, reverse, Spirit. What are we feeling for my Sagittariuses? I get an identity crisis here, and it may not be huge, but it's significant. It's significant for all my Sagittariuses. This is a significant situation for you because you're trying to leave your mark, or you're trying to do something in a way where it feels more like you. I think that some of you are struggling to feel like you stand out in a situation, or you're just trying to find your niche here. And it's something that's impacting you and your feelings, sweet pea. It's not something that is that much of like a material need, like you don't need to physically look a certain way, but in terms of your personality and your emotional side, you feel like you're not following true to who you truly are in a situation for some reason. It feels like we've lost something here a little bit of our pizzazz. So that 33 is interesting because you seem to be almost feeling like a situation is in control of you and guiding you to grow a certain way, when actually, like, you've gone from feeling very fruitful and fertile and in control of how opportunities grow to feeling like something is just being given to you, delivered to you, and you have to deal with it. Spirit, what is this wholeness black mulberry energy about for Sagittarius? I love mulberries too. They're like one of my favorite wild fruits in Australia. What is this wholeness energy for Sagittarius about? We have the 8 of Cups reversed. What is this? Ay, Dios mío. We have Temperance. That's you, sweets. Temperance, you reversed. You not feeling the vibe. What is going on here? Oh, my days. Oh, my days. Okay, listen. We have 2 of Wands in the World card. And we have the 6 of Cups. What is going on here? Ay. The Devil, welcome. And we have the 4 of Cups. At the back of the deck is the King of Wands. So yeah, there's a lot of you here and you feeling trapped in a situation. You feeling like a situation has control of you and you feeling like you, no matter what you do, you just keep coming back to it. You can't break out of it. Oof, I'm getting frustrated for you. I tried to walk away. It pulled me back in. It's like we're connected. You guys are feeling, okay, so defenses are up, but also like you're like, what can I do in this situation? My options are limited. I'm not as free as I thought I was. Okay, so the thing about the situation is it's playing out differently depending on perception. For some reason, you're looking at the situation because it is a representation of what you can't have, what you can't do. I feel with the Eight of Cups reversed that you are coming back to something because of the way it makes you feel. And it depends on how you look at the situation, because for some of you, this is a feeling of coming home and needing nurturing and comfort and needing to rely on people who know who you truly are, your childhood friends, your siblings, your parents, people who love you unconditionally, but people who can also look into your eyes and see the essence of who you are, not the physical vessel that you currently inhibit, if that makes sense. People who don't judge you based on what you look like, but who connect to you based on how you feel. You're going back to someone like that, and I feel like this is a feeling of coming home. Even though there is a feeling of you kind of giving up. Like you're looking at it as, oh, I'm too weak to be able to do this myself. I need help, and it makes me feel like I'm not enough. I hope that makes sense, because maybe this will only resonate for a few of you, but there seems to be shame in doing this with the Eight of Cups reversed, when actually it's a very natural part of being human. We need connection. We need those important connections from those younger years to be able to return to at times like this. With Temperance reversed, you feel very much out of sorts. You feel like a situation has the best of you and that you are being controlled. I almost see an unhealthy attachment here, an obsession, or just feeling like something has a lot of power over you and that your things that you can do are limited in this situation. You feel like someone who isn't themselves right now. And so these little things become big issues. And I could see how we may even be self-medicating in this situation because it's gotten so out of control. We just at this point need to numb ourselves. Now, with the Two of Wands, the World card, and the Four of Cups, you guys do need to make a decision about how you move forward. And this decision needs to be based on what your heart and what these people who know you best are encouraging you to do. Because it feels like you're reconnecting here with someone or to a situation that is trying to keep you grounded enough to be able to overcome or look at a way to get out of this cycle, this restrictive pattern here of numbing and coping temporarily, also self-sabotaging long-term progress. So I think with the Four of Cups, you really do need to, in the month of August, consider where we're going from here, because this is temporary. This is going to destroy long-term success, and this is going to take a little piece of us every time we have to do it. It feels like you are leveling up, but in order to close a cycle, you need to examine where you're going to next. It's this feeling of you should be proud, but you should also recognize what you deserve as you evolve. Like there's this feeling of recognizing what you deserve in your next chapter instead of clinging to temporary relief, if that makes sense. Because I do see you potentially missing out on something that's been right in front of you only because you're so distracted by the temporary fixes, by the restrictions, by what isn't going well, or by what is a temporary distraction, I want to say, but it's not even like a distraction. It's just a very restrictive situation. So I do see a fork in the road for you and your energy needing to kind of pivot. And it's kind of like left or right, left or right. And you have to make a decision based on where you're growing from here, because I do see you growing, especially with the King of Wands, Sagittarius. You're actually very attractive right now. You're someone who literally, like, you have a lot of potential. I'm hearing big dick energy. So it's just this feeling of like, trust that the situation, once you invest your energy, is going to work out in your favor, but you need to make a decision. You need to figure out how you're going to put your energy, in, where you're going to put your energy into, and then letting it grow. So let's get some advice on the situation. 9 minutes of talking about just that. Oh my days. All right. What is the advice here for Sagittarius in this situation, Spirit? I have this bad habit of getting advice along the way instead of waiting till the advice section. But it's hard to read these messages without getting advice, if I'm honest. And I usually am. At the back of the deck, number 1, suppression of a star being by hands unworthy. Look at that. Suppression of a star being by hands unworthy. Someone is purposefully bringing you down. They know you're too good for them. They know the situation is only limiting you and your potential and keeping you down. You are so much more than this temporary situation. So please connect to those people who can gas you up and remind you of the badass being that you are. Now, we also have body as a house, protect your heart, and cosmic exploration. There is this feeling of trying to know what is out there for you. Like, don't limit yourself in the month of August. Know what is out there and literally set your standards high, because some of you have cut yourself short before you've even got the chance to realize what you deserve. Like, you're showing up as the world, completing a big cycle, leveling up, upgrading, glowing up. You're glowing up, Sag. And for some reason, you're still attaching yourself to things that you have outgrown. Body as a house. So treating your body as a house. That card reversed is interesting, though, because it feels like we need to be more careful about who we're bringing into our personal space, whether that's your home. Listen, I'm not about to tell you who to sleep with, but just be careful, because energy is energy, right? We don't all have to be a certain type of person. Sex can be very healing. And just in general, it's not a bad thing. But energy is energy. Body as a house reversed. Be careful who you exchange energy with privately, personally. Even if it's just about inviting people to your house, you know? Careful about that. Protect your heart is interesting. Your heart doesn't deserve some of the things it attracts, you know, because you are showing up as so attractive. Protect your heart. Makes me think that you should be saving it for something more worthwhile. Wholeness is reversed. It's like the situation isn't taking you to new levels, which Aquarius would usually do. It's actually taking you from you instead. Cosmic exploration. I really feel like your sights need to be set higher. You deserve more, especially a Sagittarius. Like, come on. I don't know who the heck managed to hoodwink you into lessening yourself. A Sagittarius always deserves more. Anyway, let's move forward. We have affection, sorrow. So this card came out for another group. So if you have a sun, moon, rising that you're curious about, I recommend you go check that out. But I do think that for you, affection is about spending time with someone, or trying to kind of get to know a situation better. Let's say that. A mysterious situation with that black cat. What do we know? We don't know much yet. Can we clarify what's going on with this affection card for Sagittarius in the month of, I was about to say September. Just because you... August, please. What is happening in September for you? That's interesting. Maybe your love predictions reading will be more telling. There could be a love situation that's overlapping into September. Interesting. The full moon energy seems significant for you. It's a full moon in Pisces. What is happening with this affection card for Sagittarius? We have the Empress reversed. Ay, Dios mío. You again, blocking fertility and growth. The Magician reversed now. Oh my gosh. What is going on with this affection card? The Hanged Man reversed. A lot of major arcana. May I please clarify that Empress, please, Spirit? Hi. We have the Three of Cups. The Sun. I'm getting really hungry now. Sorry to share that with you, but like, wow. 10 of Stars. I can't help but feel like you're focused on some sort of legacy. I want to say it's career-based, but it could be family-based. It could be you wanting to grow a family or a legacy, like the whole package, right? Career and family. So this affection is talking about small steps and taking those small, meaningful steps in August, balancing out your routine to better transfer into those areas of your life that you want to grow. Because I do think that some things have not been growing for you, sweet pea. With the Empress reversed, maybe you guys are trying to have a child right now, or you're trying to grow something very specific that isn't growing right now. The Three of Cups, oh my days, interrupted by an alarm, my apologies. The Three of Cups is talking about having fun and a reunion, connecting with certain people in order to get this going. But I also think that some of your stagnancy, your infertility, your lack of growth has to do with distractions from friends or partying for some of you. And I'm not saying that's good or bad, but I mean, the Three of Cups can also be an overconsumption, like excessive drinking, or just indulging a bit too much, having a bit too much fun, to the point where, you know, these bigger things that maybe we need to put more effort into just aren't growing due to a lack of effort. So I'm seeing like it's almost like a problem and a reason, right? The problem is there's certain growth that isn't happening, and this growth is directly linked to some sort of long-term goal or like a long-term endeavor. And the reason seems to be this Three of Cups situation. So next we have the Magician and the Sun. I can't help but feel like with this affection energy, some of you may be struggling with your confidence in the month ahead. And this confidence issue, I just feel like you're trying to change how you see yourself. And I feel like you're relying on someone to make you feel good about yourself here. I don't want to say whether that's good or bad. With the Sun upright, it's like you really are trying to get joy, pleasure, and validation from external sources because you're not feeling that confident within yourself. And so I do see this being beneficial in the sense of I do see you gravitating more with Taurus towards people. Maybe a Taurus sign is significant for you, Sag. Towards people who make you feel good about yourself, who gas you up, who give you compliments, who validate how you feel, and who put a lot of emphasis on your physical appearance as well, because you're not feeling it within yourself here with Magician reversed. It's like you're relying on them to see what you can't see about yourself. And with the Hanged Man reversed and the Seven of Stars reversed, there is an impatience about this situation. Like I see some of you trying to fast track intimate relationships or a certain situation that is either very stagnant or it's just not growing. And it's so interesting how all of this has to do with you seeking affection from other people, Sagittarius, and the people in general that are occupying your life in August. It feels like the theme is affection, and then we have different examples of how that affection is playing out in our personal life. And I see some of you guys either waiting for something, someone, or a situation has become stagnant and you're wondering whether you should uproot it, whether you should take the seed out of the soil and plant something new. But you seem frustrated because it feels like a waste of time. It feels like a waste of progress. So let's clarify advice on each of these three different situations here. Ten of Stars. That's so interesting. Why is the Ten of Stars their bottom deck energy then? The Five of Cups. You're trying to overcome a feeling of disappointment, loss. You're trying to distract yourself from sadness as well. Some of you were in your feels and you're like, you know what? Nah, I don't want to feel like that. I just want to numb myself. I think with the Seven of Cups, some of y'all are entertaining multiple love opportunities in the month of August, or you're just trying to examine what your choices are. I don't see you kind of jumping at the commitment though. If you're a single Sag, I see you more just trying to distract yourself from sadness and disappointment in your love life. There is a false start here that seems to be on your mind. You're wondering whether the situation, how the situation is going to make things better for you, but you also feel like this. See, this is interesting. I see someone getting your attention because this is someone who maybe things could have gotten off the ground with, but they didn't. Only take this as if it resonates. This is completely channeled. A false start here with someone. It was starting to heat up and then it went cold. And they were someone that you feel had a lot of potential, like a wish fulfillment. They really fit the bill of what you're looking for. But with the Emperor reversed, either the situation just got out of control or the moment to take action passed. And I feel with the Seven of Cups, now you don't really know how they feel about you or whether to take things further. I think that if you were to approach this person, you'd have to take things a little bit further, like the next level with the Page of Cups. You can't just, you can't just kind of rush. Well, that's a contradictory statement. Spirit's saying you can't just rush this situation. You have to work more on the relationship as a friendship, coming through fun and casual and a little bit flirty, but serious. Six of Stars, balance, reciprocity. Okay, that's interesting. We're going to talk more about that in your love predictions reading. I got to get advice on this affection energy first. Let's have a look at the Empress for Sagittarius. Oh my days. What is going on with the Empress energy? What is the advice? There's a few cards we could take for this, but we'll go with that one. Predictions of growth. Yeah, sweets. That card's reversed. So, I mean, you reap what you sow. Plant the seeds wisely in the month of August, please, Sag, because I do feel like you're aware of how your actions may be limiting growth, but you're doing it because you just want to have fun. So that's fine. Like, do that. But just know that, you reap what you sow. Predictions of growth. You can't pretend that you didn't see this coming. Your actions are going to very directly lead to that outcome there of infertility. What is the Magician energy about? We have smother. Oh my gosh, yeah. Some people you're really relying on other people to gas you up, or someone else is relying on you to gas them up to the point where it is a bit unhealthy, sweets. Like there is a smothering energy here. And your advice is to understand that people are people, they're not objects to benefit or enhance us, and vice versa. We're not objects to benefit or enhance them. This dynamic needs to be a bit more balanced here. There is an over reliant energy of needing someone to make me feel good over there. What is that Hanged Man energy and Seven of Stars energy? Advice for that, we have a few cards. Afraid of the Attic reversed and Be Free to Do What You Love. At the end of the day, Sweet Pea, I see a self-sabotage energy here of refusing to accept a situation for what it is, waiting for it to change. I think that you have power to do something if you want to, and if you choose not to, then it is going to stagnate. Be free to do what you love at the end of the day. There's a lot of power in that situation in your hands, where I feel like you're kind of just standing on a pole and being like, the universe will tell me what to do. And the universe is like, we did. We told you. That's why the Hanged Man is reversed. You have your clarity. You know how you feel. Staying still and stagnant is only causing more confusion in this situation. There is a self-sabotage energy here. But at the end of the day, your main advice is don't live with regret. Just be free to do what you love. And if that means uprooting and planting different seeds, then do it. If that means checking to see if the seeds are salvageable, then do it. The goal here is to not self-sabotage, because it feels like it's very much a you have more power than you realize situation. You have more clarity, information than you realize. Trust your heart, trust your intuition, and take action based on what you love. Now, your third theme, I got to kind of talk fast now, Sag, because we've gone over time with that little tangent of love before that I hope does actually resonate. Otherwise, it was just a waste of time. Your third theme is refinement. So this card, we have the number 42. We have Air, we have Scorpio, and Dahlia. Makes me think of Black Dahlias. Some of y'all could be metal fans, or you like a bit of heavy rock. Now, this Dahlia energy is making me think that a situation in August does need work. It does need tweaking, and you can best tweak the situation through clear communication or taking certain actions to ensure that you're refining this. It feels like going from the 4 to the 2, that we're kind of rocking the boat a little bit to get better balance. We don't want stagnation. We don't want boredom. We need balance. So we're going from the 4 to the 2 to ensure that we are getting the best out of the situation. I almost see compromise here too. So I almost see you going back and forth with someone, but definitely transformation to get a refined outcome. So what is going on with this refinement card for Sagittarius? We have the Flower of Life reversed. Wow, okay. Seven of Crystals and the Two of Cups. Yeah, there's definitely a compromise, working with someone here, trying to see eye to eye, having a heart-to-heart conversation for some of you, to ensure that you're both on the same page. The Star reversed. You don't feel right in the situation. The situation is not being handled properly. Yeah, this is directly linked to that feeling of, why am I not getting my legacy energy? Why am I not getting my 10 of Stars? That frustration over the fact that things aren't growing for you. Yeah, okay, Chariot at the back of the deck. This is starting to get a bit frustrating, Sag. You had such a good start to the year, and now we've hit some roadblocks. Keep in mind, Jupiter is in retrograde until the 23rd of November, literally coming into your birthday month. So that could be quite significant as to why we are now experiencing a lot of challenges and this lack of identity, this questioning of like, what is going on? Why don't I feel like myself? Jupiter in retrograde could have a lot to do with that. But when it comes to this theme, the reason why we're refining this area of our life is because we feel so disconnected from it. We feel like we have become a very disconnected version of ourselves, and the situation is so far removed now that it is almost becoming like a distant memory. It feels like this was a wish fulfillment for you. This was something that at one point you were very actively working on or focused on or manifesting, and it may have even been temporarily disrupted by further pain or something that took you away from your progress and your focus. With the Star reversed, it feels like the past is catching up to you in your present, and now you have to deal with these issues in your present in order to focus on creating the future that you would be proud of. And this could fall into multiple aspects of your life, but with the Seven of Crystals, a lack of clear communication has contributed to an unsuccessful outcome. And at this point, with the 10 of Stars reversed, this is nothing to be proud of. This is a situation that we almost feel ashamed of. But with the 10 of Stars reversed, the most thing that we're worried about is, have we jeopardized long-term success based on temporary a hiatus of communication? It feels like for some of you, this could have been a ghosting situation, or somebody just went quiet, or we purposefully just kind of avoided checking our emails or replying to this situation or this person, or for some reason, it's like we knew that this wasn't the best way to handle it. But with the 10 of Stars here, we didn't realize that the repercussions would be so grave. Like this almost feels like I didn't check my emails for 2 days and now I may not have a job, you know, like. So there is a massive need to refine communication and action to match the intentions of long-term success. I see with the Two of Cups, a heart-to-heart conversation could be needed, or getting on the same page as someone and seeing eye to eye with them, because with the Ace of Cups reversed, there is a huge question mark over like, how much do you want this? Whether that's you asking the question to them or them asking the question to you, like, how much do you want this? Because your actions speak otherwise. So this situation does involve building trust again and transforming the situation through trust, through serious action, and through connecting back to the overall reason why this is important and why we wanted it so badly in the first place. I do see positive movement, but I just think it's going to take a lot of maybe courage, or just like a lot of determination in terms of willpower and feeling confident in the fact that this is what we want, you know? So let's get some advice about that, and then I'll tell you the key zodiac signs for the month ahead that you should keep an eye on. What is the advice here for this refinement energy for Sagittarius? Uh-oh. Okay. We have no bull, yes, and fire mother. Okay. And we also have weight of truth. Yeah, it's time to face the music over here, sweet pea. This situation is revealing itself to you so that you have the chance to change the outcome. Excuse me, how dare you? No. With the weight, oh my God, I'm so sorry, Sag. You are giving me a headache. How dare you? The most pampered cat in this whole city. And he has the audacity to catcall me like this. Anyway, I'm sorry. This isn't about him. This is about you. Weight of truth. Yeah, I feel like it's all catching up to you. And look at this person. Like, they're crying. They're crying. We don't need to be like this. We do not need to be like this. And it's supposed to be a powerful month. Oh, but Jupiter's in retrograde. That makes sense. So this is all happening for a reason, sweets. The truth has to come out. Growth has to be had in a very specific way. And I think that the truth is coming out to help you recognize how to move forward. We can't just avoid this. We can't just pretend like it isn't happening. We also have to protect ourselves better from what we don't need in our life. Sorry, the camera stopped recording and I just kept talking. So let me go back to this card. No Bull is saying that this is like a no bullshit situation, Sagittarius. It's very much about paying attention to the truth and recognizing that in this situation, the only way to grow is by embracing authentic energy, whether that's our own actions, our own authentic energy, or the authentic energy of others, embracing authentic energy. Your advice with Fire Mother has a lot to do with being more in touch with your needs, because I feel like some of y'all have gotten a bit carried away with your needs here and thinking that something is satisfying your needs, not realizing that it's only temporarily fanning the fire. Like you need something that ignites, fuels, and stokes your fire, sweet pea. As a passionate Sagittarius, I'm surprised these people or these situations have gotten the best of you. But I do see that you need more than what you currently have, which is why we're refining this. So that's what I'm seeing for you, Sag. Let me throw out some key zodiac signs in the month ahead. We'll start from right to left. We have Cancer. We have Aquarius. The Flower of Life is a supplementary card, so it's not really a zodiac sign. We also have Pisces. We have Leo, we have Gemini, Taurus is very strong for you. Scorpio is coming out as well. We also have Capricorn pretty strong and your own sign of Sagittarius. So that's what I'm seeing for you, Sag, when it comes to the month of August. Some interesting themes. You had a good run this year. I feel like this hiatus of challenges is essential in order to get you back in your prime, in your energy that is creative and that is moving in the direction that you want it to as well. I feel like you're a little bit lost, but I see you coming through based on the truths that you are choosing to focus on and being more self-aware of how you are treating others and how others are treating you. The only other thing I will say is that if anything didn't resonate for you, sweet pea, you could have messages in your other signs. Your sun, moon, risings are a good place to start. Otherwise, I wish you a prosperous, abundant month ahead, and I shall connect with you in another video. Bye.